And not too long ago, the total cryptocurrency market cap was at $100 billion. A couple years later, topping out at $3 trillion, which is a 3,000% increase or a 30x. We're still sitting over 1,000% higher than where we used to be. To add some perspective in how early we really are in terms of the crypto asset class, the class that will swallow all others. NFTs, the metaverse, Web3, they're all still in their infancy. The global equities market, think of the global stock market, is $117 trillion. The cryptocurrency market today is roughly $1.2 to $1.3 trillion. The global real estate market, commercial and residential, is over $300 trillion. And the global derivatives market is as high as over $1 quadrillion. Meanwhile, the crypto market today is roughly 1% of the global equities market, with approximately 4% of the global population even holding any crypto assets. Bitcoin has been around for over 10 years. XRP's anniversary is coming up next month. Imagine those panicking in an early Amazon stock. We can see Amazon crashed 95%. And of course, from the high wick to the low as we drag over. And where did we go? The 34 Fibonacci extension, even backtesting now, the 21. What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. As always, right in my Twitter bio, you can see my link tree. In this page, we'll have all crypto tools and resources that I actively use. Before diving into XRP news, I wanted to start off with some rapid fire news. MetaMask's monthly active users grew from 1 million people in October 2020 to 30 million in March 2022. We are early days, guys. People are actually worried about the future of DeFi, Web3, NFTs, the metaverse, but do you realize we really had one of the first DeFi bull runs at the end of 2020? It hasn't even been 2 years. When in doubt, zoom out. Next up, for VeChain, they are offering up to $30,000 to Terra Luna devs to help them migrate to its blockchain. With this entire Terra Luna debacle, my thoughts and prayers go to everybody and anybody that was affected. What I'm hoping comes out of this is that a lot of these even Luna devs or all future crypto developers really start to focus on more solid layer 1 technologies, hopefully driving more innovation to HBAR, Algorand, Casper, etc. Keep an eye on music NFT use cases so Spotify starts trialing NFTs on its platform. We also know that Algorand is having a LimeWire NFT marketplace. LimeWire is back from the dead. I used to use it to pirate music. And I believe that Algorand also acquired Napster. So they're making moves in the music space for NFTs. And let's do some more dot connecting like always. We are on Hedera's website on the governing council. You see Nomura right here based out of Japan. They've been a member since 2019. And I shared this the other day. Japanese investment bank Nomura will launch a new company focused on crypto and DeFi and NFTs for institutional clients. Yes, the volatility sucks. My HBAR bag crashed hard. Not that I'm buying at all-time high prices, but it's not fun to endure. But I want to remind you that we had some of the biggest companies, institutions, even global banks like Goldman Sachs this year announce that they were going to open a crypto trading desk. This asset class is here to stay. It is simply a matter of time. Of course, with the UST crash, we are going to see a much higher focus on regulation for stablecoins. And maybe USDT Tether is completely safe in the future. I've had my conspiracies. I've made my videos in the past, but I just want to steer clear. Even if Tether's here to stay in the years ahead, I don't want to risk it. At least in today's landscape. We have another crypto hedge fund that has closed another round, as you can see, Goldman Sachs and Dawn Capital. Grayscale's launching a European Future of Finance ETF tracking crypto firms. And we can see Spectre, they are building on the XRP ledger a giant metaverse, and it's awesome to see they got verified relatively quickly. And check this out, they are literally in Times Square, New York. And this is not only great publicity for Spectre and their native asset on the XRPL. As you can see, tokens, NFTs, art galleries, virtual real estate, play-to-earn gaming, and merch. This is great publicity for the XRP ledger. Also want to keep an eye on this. This is shared by the Real Plan C. Now, this is a confluence model right off of GlassNode, and we can see Bitcoin in this red line, this confluence floor model has typically always held this as support. It's never gone below. I mean, dating back to what? Is this 2010, 2011? You can see BTC has always held this price level, and look where we are today. Uh-oh. Next up, Google is hiring a Web3 director to build YouTube's Web3 strategy. Digital asset investor sharing this. As we can see, Binance's Luna investment, which peaked at $1.6 billion, is now worth only $3,000, if not even less. That's terrifying. Notice that they still let a lot of people purchase Luna and get absolutely wrecked. Digital asset investor, I agree with him. Is this why XRP is so dangerous to list while Luna is safe? It's not about protecting the retail investor, I can tell you that much. This is politics. Yet XRP, it did a crash all the way to 17 cents, then went to nearly $2, doing over a 10x after the SEC announced the lawsuit against Ripple. But everyday people, it was very difficult to buy it unless you had an account on a variety of crypto exchanges, which is always recommended. Have redundancy, guys. Linked right in the video description or my link tree, a variety of exchanges to have backup. I've witnessed bull runs where Binance is down, Coinbase is down. You need to have a backup plan for your backup plan. And XRP is treated as so dangerous, it's hated by all these institutions, and it's just comical to me. And I have not confirmed if this is true, but shared by Watcher Guru, official documents reveal Do Kwon of Terra Luna dissolved Terraform Labs in Seoul, South Korea, and Busan days before the Luna and their stablecoin crash. If that's true, oh my. Also, Ledger has announced that Ledger Connect, kind of like a Coinbase Connect, that Chrome extension, is going to be able to connect safely to a Ledger wallet over at permissionless. How cool. Just like I have MetaMask or maybe an HBAR wallet in the top right, we're going to have a Ledger Connect wallet. Beautiful. As you can see, they're going to be launching their own browser extension. So really quick, with permissionless, this event is actually taking place currently May 17th to the 19th, a Web3 cultural event. We can see some big groups are there, such as Algorand. We can see TaxBit, the HBAR Foundation, Celsius, Waves, and BitGo, and guess what? Flare Networks, absolutely beautiful. So Flare, and we have to understand Flare is widely representing the XRP ledger in tandem with Litecoin, Dogecoin, Algo, a variety of assets that will become F assets and be interoperable between a lot of these other blockchains. I want Flare to announce that they're working with a bunch of other chains. And keep in mind, BitGo is a multi-billion-dollar institution, a custodian that holds crypto. They designed the original institutional-grade XRP wallets in the past, and guess who they're partnered with as well? Casper. And BitGo also is integrated with like Nexo, massive platforms with a huge amount of TVL. As you can see, permissionless, we see Nexo speaking. Next up, I'm going to play this whole video clip of Chris Larson, executive chairman of Ripple, discussing why the XRP ledger is superior for payments specifically. Remember, even if some new crypto asset comes out of nowhere and it's only 1 or 2 years old, I'm sorry guys, but the central banks will not adopt it on a global scale for probably another decade. Who has a 10-year start? XRP. Who has over 60 to 70 million ledgers closed since the beginning without a single error for almost 10 years? Who has actual liquidity and rails that has been built for years? Who remains in the top 10, even getting sued by the SEC? Still rank number 6 after a crypto crash. I have an insane amount of long-term faith in XRP. Short-term price action, that is anybody's best guess. If we go lower, I'll be snagging more as I've shared. And I do have staggered buy limits set, just like always with Caleb and Brown. Let's play this quick clip, and big shout out to Eric Reeves for sharing.
First of all, we think the key requirements for any blockchain that's going to be part of this new global system got to be open source so that it can be stress tested, everybody can see what's going on. It's got to be decentralized, so there's no counterparty. It's got to be permissionless, so anybody can run a node, anybody can run a validator, anybody could be a miner. It's got to be reliable and secure. It's got to have a lot of history where it's worked. For payments, which again we think are the killer app, we think that's where it all starts. For payments, we think that has additional requirements. You've got to have settlement predictability. You've got to have consistent low costs. You've got to have high throughput. And we think you have to have low energy consumption. So let me talk a little bit then about how we see these and why we're betting, as you may have guessed, on the XRP ledger, and XRP as the digital asset of choice where we're talking about the blockchain component of this Internet of Value. XRP clearly has, among the majors, the lowest transaction costs. It is the fastest, about 3 seconds to settle, and it has the highest throughput of the major blockchains. Now again, throughput, important to, I think, realize that, look, most of transactions eventually are going to be off ledger in some fashion. They're going to be using payment channels, XRP payment channels, Lightning Network, whatever it is. However, the throughput is still very important because at some point, someone's got to settle to the ledger, right? So the more throughput, the lower cost, the more efficient it's going to be. And equally as important, you've got to have this predictability of settlement. So XRP is not just the fastest of the majors, but it's actually very consistent, about 3 seconds, and the variability there is very low as compared with Ether, Bitcoin, for example, which are going to have longer close periods, but importantly also much larger variability in its close. So that randomness is problematic for payments and payment providers.
Next up, we have shared by Crypto Eddie, and this is James Wallace of Ripple, of course, the central bank engagement, working with dozens of central banks. And remember, OMFIF, this is the $37 trillion think tank, and for some reason, they've chosen Ripple and Algorand to discuss with for central bank digital currencies, for the future of money, for DeFi, for payments. I'm telling you one thing, even if we're not happy with the price action of Algo or XRP, because I'm not, these assets are here to stay for a reason, and it's going to be a wild ride to the top. So type in on Twitter, Kevin Cage, $37 trillion think tank, and you'll see all of the links and research I've provided. And discussing XRP with a run rate over $1 billion per month, not at the trillions of dollars at this stage just yet, but over $1 billion per month thus far. That's what we want to see. Liquidity begets liquidity. This is going to act as a black hole to suck all value up in the future. ODL is also seeing an increase in treasury use cases as well to move money. Full video by Leo. This is a must follow in the XRP community. Big shout out. I'm only going to play a few parts.
And then we have something called on-demand liquidity, which negates the need for pre-funding. That uses a crypto asset as a bridge mechanism between one currency and another. The run rate on that is not we're definitely not at the trillions of dollars at this stage, but the run rate is over $1 billion per month with that particular offering.
And again, it's always ironic that everybody hates Ripple because they don't know how to research XRP. They're not familiar with on-demand liquidity or even XVIA or anything in between. When all is said and done, crypto and Web3 investors are going to be thanking the company Ripple. Hindsight's going to be 2020. They are one of the companies fighting for clarity in the United States, but also for all of crypto. If XRP is determined to be a security, I can tell you with a high level of certainty and concern that other altcoins are in danger. And I'm talking about a variety of altcoins that I love, and I want to see these projects do well. We need a new framework. They cannot apply the Howey test, which is 70 to 80 years old. The framework that the SEC is using to try to provide regulatory clarity to crypto was actually created before televisions had color. Does that sound ridiculous? I agree. The framework was created before the internet, before a cell phone, before mobile applications and social media, before streaming, before IoT devices. Meanwhile, maybe someone should regulate the SEC, and people will thank them in the future for building all these bridges and bringing over the highest number of financial institutions and banks to Web3 and the Internet of Value. Bitcoin, store of value, love it, grateful. Ethereum gave rise to DeFi and smart contracts, grateful. Now there's other L1s that are competing, awesome. But XRP has been going after the payments issue for almost 10 years, and it's deeply ingrained in the financial system in a variety of patents and central banks. You guys do you. Nothing I share is financial advice. I'm not recommending you to do anything. I'm not telling you to buy anything. But I will tell you that I'm holding some XRP for the long term. And I get comments and messages, hey Kevin, what do you recommend me to do? I cannot recommend you to do anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply sharing my journey. What you do is up to you. We have to be accountable for all our decisions. Because I've also had guys in this space when they say, hey, what are you buying? I'm buying this crypto. Oh, okay, thanks for the recommendation. I'm not recommending it. And then it does a 5 or 10x. They say, thanks so much. I appreciate it, man. I don't take the praise. I'm happy for them, but I know for a fact, if it went to 0, they'd blame me. They're not going to be accountable. So I'm simply sharing my journey, and I'm going to be here for the future of Web3 because we're just getting started. Next up, guys, right on my homepage of Twitter, you can go to the link tree and you can scroll down and click blog. I've been updating and typing a few new blogs. I'm going to be working on adding some tutorials for staking and a variety of things in the future. Now, for example, the best free crypto IRA platform. So now I have a few pieces of exciting news for iTrustCapital as well. Now, in the beginning of this video, I went through some of these stats about other markets and asset classes. Yes, I do believe that crypto will be the bedrock for all of this. We also have to consider retirement accounts and how many trillions of dollars are sitting dormant in those funds that have yet to have exposure to the crypto market. Fun fact, did you know that assets in IRAs totaled $12.6 trillion at the end of the first quarter of 2021? Some of that $12 trillion, without a doubt, some of it already has, is coming into the cryptocurrency market thanks to the rise of NFTs, the metaverse, DeFi, and a variety of new Web3 use cases. The metaverse alone is projected to be a $10 trillion opportunity. Crypto is at 1.3. DeFi with TVL, yeah, you're seeing some assets maybe have $100 million in total value locked. Guys, I'm telling you right now, TVL in the years ahead, maybe a decade, who knows how long, will surpass $1 trillion. iTrustCapital is where I have my IRA today because it's entirely tax-free. There are no monthly fees. It's just like using a Coinbase account, except with the power of tax-free trading and investing. Meaning, say my 10K or 100K turns to $1 million or $3 million. In the decades ahead, all of that is tax-free, meaning I pay 0% in taxes. Still have an account here with my Roth IRA. As you guys know, I made the move to Puerto Rico, but I'm not even approved for that tax incentive yet, so I need to have backups for my backups. In the home I have in Puerto Rico, I'm still going to keep it regardless forever because I got it at a really nice price. I love the beach, I love the mountains. I've been a Midwest boy all my life. I'm used to the snow, I'm used to snowboarding. I grew up right in Chicago, but damn, does it feel good waking up and seeing palm trees every day. And guess what? If you're also a Puerto Rican resident, you can leverage iTrustCapital, any United States territory. So there's no monthly fees, just a 1% transaction fee when you trade. So just like Coinbase, you can open an account with as little as $1,000. Parents, if you have a child that is 18 or a college grad that is going into the workforce and they're going to get a 401k, no, the opportunity is gone. Start a retirement account in the cryptocurrency market. You want to look for asymmetric returns. Inflation is going up. You can do a basic blanket strategy just like the early .com days that a lot of silicon companies did. Life-changing wealth will not be in the stock market. Can you still have some exposure to be diversified? Absolutely. Mobile application is live on iOS, and you also get a free $100 when you fund your account. And this is linked right in the top of the YouTube video description. They've done over $5 billion in transactions, over 2,000 5-star reviews, and tens of thousands of accounts have been funded. You can go to how it works and see a variety of assets they have available. Anything backed by Coinbase custody is likely going to be listed in the future. I just got some news of some new assets on the way. Wink, wink, I am excited. And I know you guys have been waiting a long time for some of these alts that will be added shortly. Also, we have GRT, or the graph, has been added. And keep in mind that staking is on the way. So imagine being able to stake in a retirement account, whether it's a 401k, a Roth, or traditional IRA in crypto. This is going to be a game-changing platform. I've been with these guys since January of 2020. And I know Flare Networks is going to be launching this July. I really hope they're on time. And Songbird is still going to be distributed to users on iTrustCapital. So I'm still waiting for my Songbird and my Flare. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just wanted to share a little perspective. If you learned anything at all, I'd appreciate a like and sub, and I'll catch you in the next video.